Well, good evening and welcome to It's Happening Out, the world's most popular live gay television talk show. We're broadcasting live and then we're available on demand on Roku, Apple Television, Android TV, Amazon Fire Television, and of course, YouTube and Facebook. It's 9 p.m., Wednesday, February 8th, 2023. And I'm your anchor, Al Ferguson. This is the first LGBTQ talk show of its kind in the world. We're going to laugh and play through our LGBTQ plus world next on It's Happening Out.
This week on It's Happening Out.
Don't play, I'm petty.
Sam, thank you. You're a true angel and hero in my life, and I love you. And everyone who made the song, too. I love
It's all happening out tonight. With your hosts, gay guru Al Ferguson, lesbian activist FayWhat, pansexual leather daddy Elimination, drag queen and comedian Auntie Maim, Latino muscle bear Jonathan Casañas, Gen Z political advocate Max Fenning, Gen Z bear and actor Cameron Glass, leadership coach and leather sir Mark Pettit, Indo-Caribbean artist Trinidadi, Muslim American communications exec Kal Gajraj. It all starts right now, live on It's Happening Out.
Well, this season forecast is the most diverse in our history. And thank you for joining us. It's Happening Out is part of one of the largest LGBTQ plus media companies in America. Hotspots Magazine has been documenting the LGBTQ plus experience for 38 years. And Happening Out Television Network has been bringing you daily LGBTQ plus news, talk shows, and more for 4 years. In the same model of PBS and NPR, we are a nonprofit 501c3 organization whose mission is to educate and serve the LGBTQ community. So let's get started. First, TikTok has become the top source of viral content on the internet. You can find everything from recipes to hot guys to vacation clips. And by the way, nothing says vacation like a cruise on Virgin Voyages. Virgin has been an iconic supporter of the LGBTQ plus community, and now Virgin Voyages brings that to an entire new level as your number one choice of an LGBTQ plus vacation experience. Value is the word at Virgin, a value that includes being all adult only, Wi-Fi, all food from 20 plus eateries, tips, group workouts, and even essential drinks, all included. And that's value. And their values are also self-evident. Virgin Voyages fights for equality and the right to be seen, heard, and included. And this is why Virgin Voyages is part of our best TikTok of the week. So each week, we will show you our favorite TikTok video. And this week, it's called Being Gay in Fort Bottomdale.
Your name?
Drunk gays asking questions. Hi, Ephraim. I'm Ephraim.
Are you gay?
Yes.
Me
very.
too. Very gay.
You too?
Me too.
Oh my God.
What's your type?
I ain't got no type. Bad bitches is the only thing that I like. Hey, you ain't got no life.
And where do you think is the gay capital of the world?
Here, we're standing in it.
Why Fort Lauderdale?
Because anytime you can get chlamydia 2 times in one night, that's the place.
So Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, Fort Lauderdale. Fort Bottomdale.
Do you think there are more tops or bottoms?
Case closed. We're done. Bottoms. Too many.
Why do you think there are more bottoms?
Feels better. Look around.
What did you say? Someone said it feels better. Okay,
Not if their butthole's tight.
So can you give us an answer or not?
I said not if their butthole's tight.
Do you feel like bottoms feels better than tops?
I like both equally.
So your verse.
Yeah.
We often joke the gayest place on planet Earth. Has it just been proven?
Yeah.
Completely.
It is.
That was taken outside the pub during Christmas time, which they have amazing decorations for. I mean, look at the table. Bottoms all around, right?
I'm sorry, baby.
I was gonna say, yeah, no.
Speak for yourself. Power top here to the fullest.
Yeah,
Hello.
Hello.
This is
Hello.
This is verse erasure. What are you talking about?
Well, and that's what I was going to point out, is that that's something that's like a safe spot. You say, oh, I'm verse when you don't want to say you're a bottom. Is that like saying I'm bi when you don't want to say I'm a lesbian?
Yes, literally.
Okay, basic. Okay, thank you, Auntie.
Right. I mean, every person, I don't date now, but every friend I know that even tries to date verse, it's like they're a bottom. Like every time. And so it's, what is a bottom to do if you're trying to actually find somebody else?
So this TikTok here made me just scream, hallelujah.
For you?
For me. Otherwise, I would be living my best virgin life. Virgin voyages.
All of the tops in Fort Lauderdale.
Nice product integration there. Love that.
I love that.
What did you think about the comment? Any place where you can get chlamydia twice in the same day?
Is he lying though? No.
He's not
That's the thing. He's not lying.
It's
I
funny
mean,
'cause it's true.
monkeypox, us. Chlamydia, us. COVID, us.
I remember a couple of times people came to visit, and every time there's some major STD outbreak, they do a billboard. So one of the first things you see when you get off the airplane is like syphilis explosion, and it's on the billboard.
And it's across the entire billboard.
Right, it's the whole billboard. So it's like
Atlantis is in town, by the way.
Oh, true.
All right. Before we leave the dock with TikTok, let's think about the best place to make your next video. And that's a Virgin Voyages cruise.
Come on, chameleon. Come and go. You come and go. Love will blaze in the colors of like my dream. Red, gold, and green.
Well, thank you, Virgin Voyages. I need a drink.
Yes.
Yeah.
The more you guys drink, the nicer you are. Yay!
All right, let's play our yes or no game called I'd Swallow That. We have played this game since season 1, episode 1, and we invite you at home to play right along with us as I make 5 statements to our host. If they agree with the statement, they take the shot. We're doing hardcore tonight. And if they disagree, well, they don't, and it's going to be a long night for everybody.
Did he even put a mixer in that Bacardi? It looks just clear. It looks clear.
All right, let's play I'd Swallow That. And as Faye said, I'd Swallow That is sponsored by the LGBTQ plus community's favorite spirit brand. Bacardi is the world's most loved rum brand and a special sponsor of our nonprofit 501c3 efforts to educate, inform, and empower the LGBTQ plus community. Bacardi is as diverse as our LGBTQ plus community is. And our neighbors right here in South Florida, they are the world's largest privately held spirits company. Bacardi is also a legacy name in their support of the LGBTQ plus community with sponsorships, pride embracements, and a deep and passionate support of our LGBTQ plus charities and causes. And that's why tonight It's Happening Out plays I'd Swallow That with our favorite rum drink, Bacardi. All right, here we go. Queer favorite Elton John is in the middle of his farewell Yellow Brick Road tour, which he says is his last. According to figures reported to Billboard Box Score, the tour has grossed an incredible $817 million across 278 shows, making it the highest grossing tour in Box Score history. The multi-talented musician announced the farewell Yellow Brick Road tour back in 2018, and ever since it has been nothing short of a global phenomenon. Even the live streamed concert, which was broadcast by Disney Plus, was a huge hit for fans unable to attend the tour in person. Billboard predicts that with dozens more shows still on the bill, his final outing could approach or perhaps even pass the $900 million mark. Wow. A first time in history. Question number 1. With a Bacardi shot, I'd swallow that. It's perfect that queer Elton John sets the $820 million all-time record. It's
Absolutely,
perfect, right?
yeah,
Down the
definitely.
hatch.
What a
And
great tribute.
Seriously.
It's Sir Elton John.
And it's Sir. Yeah, it really
Sir
is. Sir.
Elton
Put
Hercules
some respect
John.
on his name. He was
sorry.
knighted by the Queen.
I'm sorry.
And this is Sir Bacardi on steroids.
I told you, right? He put no mixer in there. So okay, so is this Elton John's farewell, or is it like a share, the farewell 2.0, where it's like he's gonna have 4 more farewell tours?
How old is he?
75.
75.
He's 75, and he
years
has.
old.
I mean, plus I think this is going to be his farewell also because of the children he has.
Okay.
Right, his children are getting to that. They're growing older, and so he's probably going to start trying to enjoy the time with them because they're. I mean, they're like.
But you're not gonna die tomorrow,
No, but
Auntie.
they're approaching teen years, so it's like, they're only going to be home for a little bit longer. So I really do think this is his farewell because that family of his is like his life. So
I was so upset about it because I love Elton John, and I was supposed to go to his concert back in 2020, the Yellow Brick Road Tour in South Florida, and it got rescheduled.
Yellow brick, this one. Okay.
Yeah, it got rescheduled from
So last
the
year,
pandemic
right?
last year, and then they had another show at the Hard Rock, and I wasn't able to go there either. So I ended up having to watch it on Disney Plus, but. It was a great show, but I wish I was able to see it live.
I wanted to go too, but the tickets were starting like at $700. It was like, Elton, sir, I like you, but no pa tanto.
So is this where, when he's saying someone saves my life, sugar bear, does he mean sugar mama, like run me my coins? Because 2018 to now, like, he's been going and going and going. Like, it never ended.
I made the mistake of not using sir. If I'm going to insult him, let me take it a step farther. I've seen him twice.
Dame.
Both times. Came away from the concert. I didn't like it.
Wow.
He sat at the piano and never moved. A bit heavier in the 2 times that I saw him. And also his voice wasn't really, really great. And he was doing the concert mixes with with another performer at the time. They were doing it together. I want to see this if I have the opportunity because I hear people say he's in great voice. I've seen him twice and he wasn't.
Is it because you were seeing your twin, oversized, sitting?
Oh, Lord.
Voice?
75.
Wow.
75.
Still alive.
Go, Elton.
Ouch.
We're going to talk all through this show. It's on. All right. The Guardian's How We Met column is for common people, like you people. To share
Yes,
the
my lord.
story.
Yes, my lord.
Right. Last week's How We Met was about a gay couple, Chris and Tom. They met at an AIDS activism group in 1989, where Chris was conducting an orientation session. Tom says they kissed 3 years after that orientation meeting and finally got married in 2008. He writes, quote, I watched him putting on a condom on a banana as part of a safe sex awareness, and that was it for me, end quote. Question 2, with a Bacardi shot, I'd swallow that. I agree. That was it when I watched him put on a condom on a banana. Is that exciting
I agree,
for you?
yeah.
Nothing is sexier than a man who knows his own safety and practices it in front of hundreds or maybe like 20s of people.
In a dark room filled with smoke, leather everywhere, right, Cameron?
Right?
wait,
Isn't that your
Talk about my
story?
weekend
Isn't that
like
your
that.
story?
It is my
So
story.
old white homos fall in love and save the world. Shouldn't that be the next Marvel or some shit, right?
Why are you looking
imagine?
this way? Why are you looking this way?
We need a Thanos snap that though.
That sounds like an A24 movie, like one of those art house movies. I don't think Marvel will be into that.
So, and think about
Hallmark.
1988. All right, we're at the peak. We're at the beginning of the
Beginning
peak
stage,
yeah.
of AIDS, and you're going to a safe sex seminar where a health professional, however that would be defined, is saying you've got to wear a condom. That's the way for us to prevent AIDS from spreading. And they pull out the banana, and then they use the condom on the banana.
Come on, think about it. At that moment, you're thinking and you're hearing the music, bomb, bomb, chicka, chicka, bomb, bomb, while he's putting the condom on, right? Come on.
This guy heard like the birds and the picket fence. Like he saw all of that. So that, like, to me, this was the perfect love story. Like I can imagine him roasting my schlong and putting it on. But the best thing about all of it,
What are we talking about?
What are we doing?
I get what he's talking about. He's just saying like he's probably a top, so he's like,
he
oh,
pictured
that's
all
how you,
of this happening, and then he pursued it. And to me, this was the perfect white love story. But again, it just made it seem that
That's a good love story for anybody.
It is a good love story. But what I loved about it is the fact that they fell in love through the age differences and how their story evolved throughout the course of time.
I'm gonna start taking some of these classes.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, go
Cal,
go audit some classes.
Saturday at 5 p.m. I got you.
Okay. Wait, what are we talking about?
They don't teach us at Miami-Dade.
Exactly. All right. This week, Ricky Martin, the gay Puerto Rican singer. I think it's hilarious that we have to identify. Oh, did y'all know there was this gay Puerto Rican singer named Ricky Martin?
Who's gay?
I thought it was
Bad Bunny. Yeah.
Puerto Rican singer reshared a sexy video that was featured as a transition clip for Musica Alma and Sexo World Tour back in, you ready for this, 2011. In it, Martin has paint splattered all over his naked body while he also appears to be taking a shower. Wait, I'm intentionally pausing. Yes. When it comes to music, Martin has only released one full studio album following that in 2015, one album. Since then, he has mostly focused on releasing standalone singles and EPs, such as 2020's Pausa and 2022's Play. The reshared Ricky Martin video is making gays drop their jaws in all the best ways, by the way. Question 3. With a Bacardi shot, I'd swallow that. I knew Ricky Martin was amazing after watching his naked paint splatter video.
Oh, girl, this is the gayest Harry. Are you kidding me?
I love this. I knew he was amazing before the splatter video. That's the only reason why I'm not going to drink it. But this is Ricky Martin. And when it comes to Musica Alma y Sexo tour was just so incredible. But you're right. He hasn't had anything else since 2015. Yeah. And my thought process on it is that, he came out and all of a sudden his music didn't do as good as La Bomba and all those incredible hits that he had back in the day. I think he was kind of scared about taking out another album as being out.
Off, is that how you pronounce it? La Bomba?
La Bomba.
Oh, okay. All right.
Do you like that?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I can see that. I can see he does. Yeah.
La Bomba does not mean balls, Al.
Yeah.
It just means bomba.
Okay.
Right?
You said La Bomba, he's like, ooh.
Right. So this might be the only time at this table y'all might hear me say, you can paint me.
Oh.
This might be the only time.
I would love to
when someone paints you, it's not always a good thing. But when this time, and so the body positivity that I saw in those images, I agree with you, Faye. He was amazing before, but that just showed a new level of release. And so by looking at that, what I saw was him releasing the old and embracing the new. Yeah. That father, that gay father, that living of life and that maturity. So yeah, paint me any day, Ricky.
It's interesting to me because you watch this. I didn't see this in 2011. It didn't come to my attention for whatever reason. And I was pretty aware in 2011. What's interesting about this is he's got an outstanding voice. He can sing a classic ballad and be it's beautiful.
Or he can sing Les Mis and be incredible.
Yeah, exactly. So he has the chops of the voice. What's interesting here is like what Lizzo's doing today. Lizzo's got a great voice, catchy words, catchy music, but the presentation is also outstanding. And that's what I see in this.
But I think the presentation is probably why, as we're talking about why he hasn't released anything, right? He's an older sex symbol now. And as we know, when you're an older sex symbol, you really have to reevaluate how you want to be presented in the world. And so I think that's a big part of it.
It's funny, at Queer News Tonight, every time he takes his shirt off on a beach, we report it at Queer News. So he's doing okay.
As we should.
He's in Puerto Rico, so that's every day, right?
Yeah. All right. Here comes a shocking confession from the editor of a 1980s gay smut magazine. You remember Play Guy?
Yes.
Well, Sam Stagg's new book, Did You Sleep with the Model? The former editor of gay magazines like Mandate, Honcho, I laugh thinking about Honcho,
right?
And Play Guy, whenever a handsome opportunity knocked on his door, well, let's just say he grabbed it.
He opened the door.
Literally grabbed it. He has written openly about his experiences as an editor of these magazines. He has many reputed and recognized books in his name. Get it? Did You Sleep with the Models is available online free of cost. All right. Question 4. with a Bacardi shot. I'd swallow that. Wait, are all of these statements written where we're just drinking Bacardi?
Hallelujah, baby.
Finally.
I'd swallow that. Right. We went for weeks where we couldn't drink. I'd swallow that. Remember Play Guy? I think the editor slept with the models.
Yes, definitely.
So I don't remember the magazine, but I do definitely believe he slept with the models.
You know, in 1982, I'm in college. I go to New York for the first time for the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. I'm in college at the University of Central Florida. My gay debate partner, we're in New York.
Your gay debate partner?
Okay.
1982.
Yes.
What were you guys debating?
I was in college.
He was debate coach. And we're in New York and in Times Square and on 42nd. 42nd Street was a dredge of a street in 1982.
Oh, yeah.
And there were all these gay bookstores. And I had never seen, I'm in Orlando, I never had seen bookstores and the bathhouses and the sex clubs like in New York in 1982. And one of my greatest memories is Honcho and Play Guy, all in the plastic.
In the plastic,
sleeves.
I had the plastic.
And it's like, holy crap, look at all this gay sex content. And I really hated it.
Oh yeah, right. No one saw you for at least a week.
Oh my God. So I actually had like a treasure discovery. So I also have a gay sibling, and when I went to go visit them once, I sat on a chest. You remember like the old college chest you had? I sat on a and it cracked. And I freaked out. I was like, oh no, I think I broke something inside. I opened the chest and it is full of all of these.
And whose?
My brother's.
Wow.
It's full of all of these.
And did you know he was gay?
Oh yeah.
But you didn't know he was into the
Well, I mean, I think I was like maybe like a late teenager at that point. And so it was basically like an American Pie type of moment. I was like opened it. It was like a glow came out of the box.
And
like,
did you steal some?
Oh yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Oh my God. I learned how to
Did you release some DNA? Did you learn how to release DNA?
Oh my.
Not that moment. No.
Oh my.
About 3 minutes later?
Right. 3 minutes. That was the read.
But it was
from the lesbian.
No, but it was so funny because it's like when you think about these now, I mean, that was such a different time and it was such a different like scandal, you know, all of those things that you're like, you actually had hard copies of your porn. If you tell a millennial or a Gen Zer now like that was a thing.
You know,
hang
funny.
on.
It's funny because as you tell that story about your brother, I'm thinking to myself, there was this one time at band camp.
Ay, Dios mío.
Tell me about band camp. Let me tell you about Fat
Just
Camp.
like LGBTQ plus on Wilton Drive, we seem to be taking a lot of shots tonight.
Yes.
Let's take a momentary break and hear from our sponsor, Bacardi Rum. Well, welcome back. This is a fun one. Whitney Houston is back in the headlines years after her death, thanks to the release of I Want to Dance with Somebody. The movie, see it, it's amazing. Whitney was known for her beauty, her voice, and her ability to shut down haters. Well, now the creator of the YouTube channel Ratchet Queen, Joshua Gilliard, has written an amazing parody of one of Whitney's biggest hits, sung by comedian and singer Chelsea Regina. And can we just say amazing?
Yes.
Amazing.
Girl,
Yes.
Bye
Yes.
has us rolling and offers a perfect video of some throwing shade.
Yeah.
Bitch, I don't play. I'm petty and I'm known to throw shade. Hating a hoe, please just go. Don't get cute. just walk away. Girl, bye, bitch, listen, fuck you. Bitch, listen, fuck you.
Question 5 with a Bacardi shot. Everyone got them ready?
Please.
Just love Whitney Houston's cover of Throwing Shade and Fuck You.
Yeah.
Could this be a gay anthem, this cover?
I'm sure it's going to drag shows across the country.
You know, someone's going to put it on TikTok
This
tomorrow.
is my new breakup song. I'm not even. I'm just call you and be like, bitch, bye.
Bitch, bye.
But hold on, were y'all feeling the Rachel Marin in that video with the whole scar?
Oh.
And then the water, I was like,
Yeah.
am I in Whitney all over again? Like, bodyguard, amazing.
Listen, and Chelsea Regina is a badass, okay? If you don't know who she is, look her up, follow her on social media after you follow FayWhat. Because she is like she's dope sauce. I didn't know she had these chops because, again, you may parody any song, but you're going to be scared to do one of Whitney Houston's songs, you know?
Like you're treading into the valley.
Yes, yes.
She hit every dramatical moment there was in Bitch Bye. Like, it was just like, I truly, the glasses, the whole gear.
It's going to be your ringtone tomorrow. I know, Elimination.
And not just in a relationship. I've got about a dozen people tomorrow that I'm going to be sending this to.
Bitch, please.
Is that what you texted me earlier about?
Yeah, check your IG.
Thanks.
Let's say her name again. Chelsea Regina.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Ratchet Queen as
And
well. Like
Ratchet
that is
Queen, Joshua Gilliard.
I want to say, right, for any person watching this, if you're not familiar with Ratchet Queen, everyone in the queer community needs to follow this person. He has produced for years. I've been following him for years. He produces the funniest videos. He does videos, all like spectrums of videos. He did a whole line of videos making fun of the Disney princesses and all of the Disney queens, the evil queens and everything. So talented. So talented.
All right. Madonna made quite a statement at the 65th annual Grammy Awards. The 7-time Grammy winner surprised fans when she appeared on stage at Grammy to introduce Sam Smith and Kim Petras' performance of Unholy, which won for Best Pop Duo Group Performance earlier in the evening. And by the way, that trans representation we all love here at It's Happening Out. Well, during the introduction, Madonna asked the audience if they were ready for controversy and then welcomed the Unholy duo, calling them talented artists who have risen above the noise, the doubt, the critics, into something beautifully unholy, end quote. Only you can be such a charm on stage, Madonna. It is simply perfect what you said. So, question 6, with a Bacardi shot, I'd swallow that. Perfection, as Madonna creates controversy in introducing Sam Smith and trans Kim Petras for Unholy at the Grammys.
Yes,
Do we agree with that?
Absolutely.
It was genius to connect Madonna's controversial nature of her entire career with this video, Sam Smith. And
So let me just say this, because Madonna actually talked about this. Madonna was originally contacted by the Grammy committee to do the final category. She was actually reached out to do Best Album of the Year. And when she found out about them, because of her connection, she said, I want to introduce them. She actually turned down because everybody was like, what's Madonna doing? What's Madonna doing there, right?
I thought it was weird when the host did the final one, so that's why.
She literally turned it down because she found out about them performing.
Wow.
Said, no, this is what I want to do. And she wrote her entire introduction and everything.
I love that. Now, here's the thing. Okay, again, I recorded it, so I had to record, I like to go through the commercials. No, I saw it. But I always start watching the Grammys an hour later so I can forward through the commercials. You understand?
Yes.
All right, so that's how I do that.
I know. I had to stop messaging you. I was going to give it away.
By the way, our sponsor Bacardi just loves you right now.
I love you. And so I love Madonna when she introduced them. That was great. But I had to watch it twice because like her face, like deviated from like what she was saying. I couldn't stop looking at her face, and I could not listen to the words that were coming out her mouth. She looked like the doll from Saw. You know the doll from Saw?
Yes.
She looked exactly like that. And listen, and it pains me.
All right.
Like my friends know that I am a huge Madonna fan since I was a little dyke. And let me tell you, little dyke. She was like one of my first crushes as a kid. I don't want to say that, but she looks bad, people.
I still agree with you. As a person who was since borderline, I was like, I loved where she was going, and the fact of the body positivity, the way she looks as she looks now, shows that I can still be iconic and look how I look and still be as fabulous as I am.
You know, Faye has, I love what you've said.
Do you?
And here comes the fuck you. As he turns completely red.
Bitch,
Right?
Please.
Faye talks about being a gay man over and over again. She just proves she's really not. No gay man would ever say what she just said.
Oh my God,
Well,
they've been
I'm
saying it
honest.
all. They've been saying it for 3 days. Everybody's been saying it.
No, I thought the same thing also because when I was watching
Gay
it,
man,
and I
thank you.
watched it live, you know, Faye recorded it. When she came out, I was like, oh my gosh, what happened to her face?
Absolutely.
And that was the first
Absolutely.
thing that I said.
Absolutely, all day.
It's weird though. So this is a true story. So like her article came out, right? About if she was complaining about the body positivity thing. But then later that same day, there's an article about middle-aged women that have had the same thing done to their face, and now they're getting it dissolved because it does make you look so like they call it baby face, like
Alien.
where everything is inflated.
But that's not body positivity, though. That's not aging gracefully.
Okay.
You know, she can't have
what's
both.
gracefully? I mean,
The
honestly.
one thing that's, I think, really, really interesting is Madonna talks about the controversy, and if you're not creating controversy in the world, you're not doing your job.
Yes.
Correct. A la, here's
Absolutely.
Smith and Petrus singing Unholy. And what happens the next day? Ted Cruz explodes in the world. Congratulations, Smith.
Not even the next day. It was that night.
Right, exactly.
My
Okay.
favorite. Can I say this real quick? My favorite part of this.
Apparently.
After the State of the Union, so they've been photoshopping President Biden with the Sam Smith outfit on, like because it's amazing.
So rude.
I thought it was amazing.
I love it.
Because they're still angry. It's angry regardless.
Yeah, but they raised $5 million in that picture.
Amazing.
So rude. All right. That's I'd Swallow That this week. Next up is a segment we call our best thing of the week.
Save my liver.
Yes, thank you.
All right. We're just ahead of Valentine's Day, and Doritos Mexico just released the 5th installment of their Pride All Year campaign entitled Bold Love. If you haven't seen this, this is really interesting. The new ad represents a mix of heartwarming and heartbreaking scenarios. This video peeks into a private conversation between a lesbian couple as they drive down a long, dark road. A woman asks her partner how much she loves her. In response, the girlfriend expresses her love, promising the girl all the things one person would ask for to lead to a happy married life, while mentioning all the hardships that will follow, including discrimination at the workplace, in public, and disapproval by family. She says she will marry her partner despite all of those risks. The ad ends with a shocking LGBT summary of statistics. Bravo, Doritos. We appreciate this very much.
Yes.
Te amo tanto. ¿Cuánto? Bajaría esa luna y las estrellas por ti.
No. En serio. ¿Qué harías por mí?
Ok. Te besaría enfrente de todos. Sin importar las miradas ni lo que pudiera llegar a pasar. Te presentaría con toda mi familia como mi novia, a pesar de que mi abuela y mi papá me dejen de hablar, me da igual. Te pediría que fueras por mí todos los días al trabajo, con un gran ramo de flores, aunque eso signifique que me corra.
Eso no vale. Tú no eres feliz en ese trabajo.
me casaría contigo. Aunque no fueran la mitad de los invitados.
I can see the sound that flows like as I once was. But I know it's still shining by our side. In my mind, this baby comes to disappear. I can still feel the air moving.
Bold Love. Best thing of the week, Doritos' new lesbian love story, Slays. What do y'all think?
I wish I didn't get Botox the other day so I could cry. Because I saw this commercial with my wife and she teared up, and she's, you know how Teresa's like a badass and she doesn't cry. But it was that moment when she said, aunque no fuera mitad de los invitados, me casaría contigo. And that, and that is what happened with me and Teresa. Our parents didn't go. Half of the people that we invited decided not to show up because they just could not see us join our love, And that's the happiest day of your life. And you want your family there. And so to share it with you, because there's nothing wrong with eating some Doritos and marrying the woman you love. Thank you, Doritos. And so I love the commercial, and it just hit home on so many different bullet points. It's like I'd take you to work and I'd have you bring me flowers every day. She's a teacher, okay, in a private Catholic school. All right, things like this. I would kiss you in front of people no matter what. I would sit at a table with my family members knowing that my grandparents would never talk to me again. This is the plight that we deal with every day. So for heteros to be able to see this on their screen is huge. And then those statistics at the end, they give you chills because they're so true and accurate.
Fully.
So for not knowing anything about the Spanish, I was hooked from the touch of the hand. So my very first boyfriend, we would, in Baltimore, we would go to drive to DC up 95, and all we would do is hold hands. We were both DL, we were both in the closet, both in college. And all we would do is hold hands, and we would drive up the highway 95 in the dark of night where we could touch each other and just be in that moment. And so when the touching of the rubbing of the neck, that's what resonated with me. And then in college, we were saying, that's when we had beepers. I'm not as old as you, but we had beepers. And so we would send each other a beep message, just to let you know, I can't come to where you are on campus, but I love you. And we worked at the same mall, and we would just walk by each other's the place in the mall, and look at each other and leave. And so that's what resonated. And so identifying that that's what that meant shows that why Doritos is on top, because these are the moments that us as queer folks, when we don't have anybody, we need somebody to positively embrace that.
I hate every single thing you just said. And here's why. Because it makes me like you just a little more.
I can't imagine.
You've been liking Elimination a lot lately.
Right?
You guys need a Doritos commercial. You want Elimination with both your hands like that.
We be throwing Doritos at each other. It'd be a whole different commercial throwing Doritos.
Right at his mouth.
I don't want to be in the middle.
What's interesting to me about this is, first, June is coming. What is June? June is every brand on the planet coming out.
Yeah.
Hi,
gay.
Right. Rainbow
Happy Pride Month.
Gay, we love you.
And while there is a reasonable comment from our community about rainbow capitalism, and we don't like the embracement the way it is, that's never been my opinion. Anytime that a brand supports our community, I think it's great.
Yeah.
If they only do it in June, I wish you would do it more, but I still think it's great.
Yep.
One of the things that's really interesting about this is you can't criticize Doritos for rainbow capitalism.
No.
Because they would never create a campaign like this. This is a commitment to love. This is commitment to embracement of a community that is marginalized. In Mexico, they are saying, wait, pause your discrimination. And that's why they put all of those statistics at the end of the commercial. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. The other thing that I would say that is really valuable this week, what is happening this week? The Super Bowl is happening this week. Doritos is one of the top sponsors of the Super Bowl. So in the masculine world of NFL football, they're simultaneously doing something like this. That is brand embracement of a marketing decision that is genius.
Well, I mean, think about the in the context of the Super Bowl, right? What is the biggest Super Bowl ad? Whatever Budweiser does, right? But we have known for over 20 years, Budweiser has been, for Bud Light, has been one of the largest, like they've rallied with the queer community. Before other beer companies, they were putting ads out, they were doing those things. It's like, this is one of those things where I think corporate America and the world corporate organizations are starting to say, hey guys, something's wrong with you. Like, you're starting to treat this group as if they are second-class citizens, and it's still not changing. So they're trying to say, hey, it's time to change. I love it.
So I'm gonna floor the table again. I'm agreeing with Al. And Al, when I did the research and looked at this, they actually were very strategic. Mother's Day, Father's Day, Day of the Dead, when they come up with these particular ads, because those are the days where we can't take our significant others with us to our moms, or if our moms have left us, we can't grieve without our significant others. And so, Al, again, we're gonna kill this table. Bonded twice.
You know, and I was sitting here thinking, if I rubbed your neck, you would love it so.
I think I might throw up all over Bacardi. Maybe a whole new Bacardi commercial.
Right now. I threw it down first. All right. Each week at It's Happening Now, we ask our hosts about what is important to them. But there's a twist. It must be done in just 30 seconds, or you're going to hear that bell. This segment is called What's on Your Mind, and it's sponsored by Jets Pizza. We've already had some this evening. Jets is the LGBTQ plus pizza of choice of South Florida. What's on our mind is their deep dish Detroit-style pizza, or perhaps the cauliflower thin crust. Jets Pizza has been with It's Happening Out for 4 years. They captured our attention with their 4th season campaign called Bigger is Better. Wait, what? And of course, they're talking about the size of their slices. What did you think they were talking about?
It was Space Pinga.
Just supports a huge variety of LGBTQ plus events and nonprofits with more than 400 locations nationwide and 35 here in Florida. They are considered one of the best franchise opportunities in America. And the South Florida LGBTQ plus community loves their pizza. And this is why Jets Pizza is our sponsor of What's on My Mind. All right, Cameron, let's begin with you. What's on your mind?
What's on my mind? TTRPG and gaming discourse. Al, don't worry, this will make sense later on. Right now, there's a lot of issues going on in the gaming community, whether it be from massive corporations or LGBTQ inclusivity. Let's remember, support your trans siblings and love each other, fight for each other, and fight for what's right.
Yes.
I still have no idea what the hell he said, but it's okay.
Don't worry about it.
I did. Fight
Can you tell me later on?
Fight for our trans siblings.
We'll translate it.
We'll translate it later. I'll explain it to you.
All right. And Kal Gajraj, what's on your mind this week?
So this is probably the first time you'll ever hear me say this, but I'm super excited for the Super Bowl.
What?
And
Do you know who's playing?
What have you done with Cal?
Teams, you know? But I'm excited for the halftime show because I'm a huge Rihanna fan, and I'm super happy that she's back and she's performing, and I can't wait for her to announce her next world tour and whatever album she comes out with next. So I'm super excited about that and the commercial.
I love that. And a little trivia quiz. You know why Rihanna is significant for the halftime?
No.
Why?
It's the first billionaire to ever perform.
Really?
First time ever.
Wow.
Also, for Cal, the rumor is that right after the Super Bowl, her new album is going to drop.
Awesome. Can't wait.
Of course, that would make sense.
We need some Riri.
Auntie Maim, what's on your mind this week?
What's on my mind today is the State of the Union. I am a person who loves politics, and I listened to the State of the Union last night, and it was amazing, and we talked about the things that are going on in the country, which are very relevant, and the rebuttal to the State of the Union done by Sarah Huckabee, it was just us, everyone. We are it. That's it. It doesn't matter about taxes. It doesn't matter about energy. It doesn't matter about global warming. She focused on us, and she made a joke about Democrats don't know what's the definition of a woman. Please, log cabin Republicans, whoever you may be, can you please pay attention to what's going on? They don't want us. They don't like us.
They don't.
Stop.
They don't care. All right. Thank you very much. And Elimination, what's on your mind?
So what's on my mind? It is Polyamorous Week. It's coming up February 9th through the 15th. Celebrate everything about the world.
What's Polyamorous Week?
So where we celebrate everything about the world of polyamory and ethical monogamy and the celebration of openness of communication with your partners and being able to have that communication of what you like, what you don't like, and be true to yourself and love who you are, maintain those boundaries and communicate healthy and Many loves is okay.
Amen.
Love that. And FayWhat? What's on your mind this week?
FayWhat? So you folks know that I'm in recovery, right? And I have one addiction. It's alcoholism. I go to 2 meetings a week. I have a sponsor who has a sponsor and all that good stuff. Well,
Yes,
guess
ma'am.
what? I have a second addiction that probably everybody at this table also has, except for Al, because I text him and he doesn't respond. It's this crap. These phones, we're addicted to this crap, okay? My phone broke yesterday, all right? And I could not see the screen for anything. So it would beep and I could not see what was on it. I had palpitations, folks, from not being able to see what was on my phone.
Wow.
When I went to T-Mobile today and they had to figure out the phone situation, I didn't have my phone for 4 hours. During those 4 hours, I felt like I was detoxing from alcohol. I really did feel that way. And when somebody would pass by and their phone would ring, I would jump like, oh, is that for me? Is that for me, bitch? You know, like I was losing it. So got a second addiction. You probably have one too. There's no meetings for it. It is what it is.
Excellent. I love what's on your mind. And just out of curiosity, so you went through this experience and recognized this addiction like alcohol. What are you going to do next about it?
Nothing. I'm going to keep on being on my phone.
I'm gonna text. We're gonna start doing something called text you. Next commercial break.
I just upgraded the motherphone. Okay, that's what I did.
My phone. That's how I do it.
We'll start PA, Phones Anonymous.
Nothing. Okay, got it. Thank you. And also on our mind tonight is the great Jets Pizza.
Take a look around these streets. Do you really think we woke up one day and said, yeah, the world needs more pizza? Nah, just a better one. Better, like the world's best pizza. Jet's Detroit-style pizza. Hand-pressed and baked to the thickest, crispiest crunch. You're welcome. Now visit jetspizza.com and save. Click on hot deals for special offers in your area. Jets, better because it has to be.
Well, thank you, Jets Pizza. Well, our Hotspots magazine will celebrate 38 years this fall, coming up this fall. It has been documenting the LGBTQ plus lifestyle and is the spirit of our Hotspots Queer Entertainment this week. And that is sponsored by the Broward Center for the Performing Arts. In the LGBTQ plus community, guess what is the biggest joke we tell? Size matters. When it comes to Broward Center, size does matter. The Broward Center for the Performing Arts is the destination of choice for the LGBTQ plus South Florida community. And it is home to spectacular entertainment in a large variety of performance venues. Broward Center ranks among the top 10 most visited theaters in the world, presenting more than 700 performances a year to more than 700,000 patrons. Broward Center is the home for LGBTQ plus entertainers, for shows, for Broadway, for national drag performance, LGBTQ plus choral events, and so much more. And Broward Center supports one of the world's largest gay communities here in Fort Lauderdale, Broward County, and really all of South Florida. They support the LGBTQ plus community and our nonprofits unlike any theater in South Florida. We are excited to tell you about many of the upcoming shows of their rich 2023 season that the Broward Center for Performing Arts is bringing to our LGBTQ plus community. And one other note, did you know that surveys show that the LGBTQ plus community participates in live theater performance 2.5 times more often than our straight counterparts? And that is why they are the sponsor of Hotspots Queer Entertainment this week. Here we go. Directed by Peter Hoare, episode 3 of The Last of Us featured a heart-shattering gay love story between characters Frank and Bill. The HBO television series dedicated an entire episode to showing these two men falling in love. During an interview with Deadline, co-creator of The Last of Us TV series, Craig Mazin, revealed that the original video of the episode 3 director's cut from Hoare was much longer than what ended up airing on HBO Max. But they had to cut it to 72 minutes in a runtime for some unavoidable reasons. Though we understand this, Craig, we can't help but feel curious about watching the full 2-hour cut of this incredible gay episode of The Last of Us. Release the entire thing, HBO. Come on. Our Hotspots Queer Entertainment headline of the week. HBO reveals a secret 2-hour unaired director's cut of The Last of Us. What do we think about
I
this?
speak for the people. Give us the video, for damn sake. Are you
right.
kidding me?
That's right.
Oh, I want to see these two bearded
If we have
daddies.
to endure the Zack Snyder 6-hour cut, I'll happily take this.
Fully.
Right.
You know what? I'm good. I already went through the hour that I saw it. Episode 3 was great. Episode 1 and 2 dragged like a mother. I only saw 1 and 2 to see number 3. So hey,
I'm
Last of Us, if you want to make
my pearls.
if you want to make yourself relevant by dragging on the gay story because it's the only thing that's getting you hits, everybody's talking about this show now because of the gay episode.
That's
No one
true.
gave a crap before, Al.
Wait,
so
wait,
milk
that's
it,
not
but I'm not
true.
sitting.
That's not
okay,
true.
sorry. The gamers cared about it.
And that was it, because I'm with you.
Wait.
Faye.
That's it, right? All right.
Like, wait, hold on. I am now dumping the old white guy, and I'm finally following the big dick energy and the hot Latina.
my.
Let's be clear.
Okay.
I could care less. I only watched the episode 3 for the show, and yeah, it was cute, but thanks. We've seen it. How many times can we hear somebody talk over the voiceover? Yeah, they came to the house, the white guy fell in love. He made him dinner. Oh, he didn't know he liked him. Oh, guess what? His dick fell in his mouth. Oh, damn.
He got shot. Oh, damn. He's got
damn.
cancer.
Right.
Oh, God. He dies. They both died. There. Now you know. Nobody needs to watch the 2-hour episode now. I got you.
But that's how I feel about it now, because I feel like I'm the only one in the world who hasn't watched episode 3 because I can't get past episode 2. It is the most boring thing
Thank you,
I've
Cal.
ever
Thank you,
watched.
Cal.
Simply, we tell you, skip scoring into
Hey,
go
are
right to
you
3.
gonna jump
Go
in
right to
and
the
help?
No,
Or
because the other I've been
Okay,
trying to watch
I'll-
episode 2 for a week now.
Here's
and every
the thing,
time I turn
right?
it on,
Okay, so
10
I'm gonna
minutes
be-
later, I'm like, I can't do this.
I'm gonna be very clear about this, right? For people that have
Please
not
use the word ignorant.
No, I'm not gonna do that, right? I'm not gonna do that because the thing is, it's a source material. Right?
Okay.
I don't say that. If you have not played the game, then it is a different experience. But the thing is that the game is like this. You are slowly acclimating.
It's a bad
the
game?
world. No, it's actually one of the most awarded, plotted games in history.
Is it boring?
No,
No.
it's not. Because people have patience and they explain.
translation.
they understand.
And the
Right.
gay, okay, and
Now
then the
we're
gay
getting
men
there.
are in the video
Yes.
game.
Well, this is
It's
the
the
cool.
translation.
But see, this is the best part about this story,
They
right?
elevated our story.
This is a blip of the game.
Yeah.
It is not what you saw here. It is such a small piece. And they took a very small piece and turned it into art.
Yeah.
I mean, when I tell you it is we're talking minutes of the game. And they literally took their story, because this is not any part of the story. This is what you saw here is not in the game.
See, what I just heard you say is all of the other people at the table are going to just, they're going to cry themselves to sleep.
No.
Of
No.
attacking
No,
the
not really.
LGBTQ.
It has nothing to do with that. It
That
has
is
nothing to
not
do
what he
with
said. What he said,
No.
I'm sorry, what he said was, all right, so if we go to the library, Romeo and Juliet just got played with this two white men.
Like this is
Romeo and Juliet.
Romeo and Juliet.
See, the thing, the thing that I love most about
Julio.
this, right, is like Nick Offerman, right, who is like everyone knows from The Office or Parks and Rec, right?
Parks and Rec, yeah.
People love him.
Yes.
He was not going to play this role. He was not. His wife read the script. His wife, Megan Mullally from Will and Grace.
Yes.
I didn't know
Yes,
that.
they've been married for 20 years.
Hold on.
They've been married a long time.
You just educated the white guy. Lord.
Megan Mullally.
It was
Yes.
Miss Black History Month.
Yes.
Let's be real.
LGBTQ plus, Royal Highness, basically. Yeah.
She read the script and said, "You have to do
Oh, I
this."
love that. Okay.
Like
okay.
you have.
She's an ally.
And the thing is like you have to think of it from the context of there is. I mean, I hate saying this, but even the director said this. They tricked straight people into caring about gay people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that's what this is doing. It's humanizing. It's taking things beyond just, oh, it's just
We're
about.
the same.
Right. We're
That's
the
what they're
same.
doing.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's not we're better than, we want more than. We're just the same.
All right, I'm going to dedicate myself to finishing episode
You better
2.
fucking watch that episode. I'm just saying.
I'm
right
not
now.
watching the director's
And then
cut.
I'll watch
Relax.
episode 3, and then we'll see.
And
Okay.
and you come back. All right, now you be our conscience anchor.
I'm just telling you.
On Cal coming back to the table and going, okay, you watched episode 3. Now tell us what you think.
I'm gonna text you. I'm
Yeah,
like, hey,
exactly.
You didn't reply to my last text.
because it was on a Sunday.
The day of the Lord.
Don't do that because you don't reply to nobody's text.
Oh,
don't do that.
That's what I'm eating. Come on
Like Christian
now.
mom, don't do that. No.
That's Bible study.
Ring the bell, Al. Ring the
Bible
bell.
study count.
Are you all finished? All right.
Yes.
And speaking of hotspots queer entertainment, here's a quick glimpse of the venues that are part of the Broward Center.
The Broward Center for the Performing Arts, Parker Playhouse, Aventura Arts and Cultural Center, Rose and Alfred Miniachi Performing Arts Center. 4 venues that together bring a wealth of excitement to our community through the performing arts. The Broward Center for the Performing Arts is the center for world-class live entertainment, arts education, special events, dining, and...
Well, thank you, Broward Center for the Performing Arts.
Love you, Broward.
Next, we are proud of our special partnership with Sunshine Cathedral. This is the world's largest queer church here in Fort Lauderdale. And supporting that partnership, we are broadcasting from our permanent set here at Sunshine Cathedral at the Happening Out television studios. We broadcast Sunshine Cathedral's Sunday International Service at 10:30 a.m. every week.
I'm Karina Iglesias, a top 16 contestant on NBC's The Voice. The music industry is a variety of styles, types, and rhythms, and that is what fills our lives. That's why I understand diversity is so incredibly important in our LGBTQ community. And that's why Sunshine Cathedral is my queer church.
Okay, well, next up, if we were standing around the LGBTQ plus water cooler, this is what we may all be talking about this week. It's sponsored by Hot Topic. Hot Topic is an American retail chain with nearly 700 locations, specializing in counterculture-related clothing and accessories, as well as licensed music. Hot Topic represents many varied interests of the LGBTQ plus community, including music, movies, graphic artists, gaming, and a lot more. Hot Topic features one of the largest collections of Pride merchandise that celebrates all aspects of the LGBTQ plus community. And Hot Topic is a major supporter of the diversity of our community and supports many events, festivals, and nonprofit LGBTQ plus organizations. Very notable is their support of the Trevor Project, the LGBTQ plus community's most important voice for LGBTQ plus young people. And that's why they are sponsor of It's Happening Out's Hot Topic. Okay, here we are. The study, conducted by researchers from the University of Sydney in Australia, finds that gay men who exhibit more traditionally feminine qualities, such as a higher voice or effeminate mannerisms, are much more likely to be discriminated against when it comes to career advancement opportunities. Researchers found that heterosexual study participants' anti-gay sentiments influence their preference for the more masculine presenting actor, while misogyny influenced both heterosexual and gay study participants in their voting. This means both gay and heterosexual men discriminate against more feminine presenting gay men when it comes to filling high status roles in business. Our hot topic of this week is new study reveals effeminate gay men hit a gay glass ceiling in the workplace. What do y'all think about the study and what it says about us?
So I think, I do agree that there is a prejudice that exists in corporate America across the board. However, I don't believe that there is a gay glass ceiling. And that's based off my own opinion and my own experience of working in corporate America for 20 plus years now. And just my experience of, there's never been a job interview that I went to that I never got the job. And there's never been a promotion that I was up for that I never got the promotion or I never got the raise. Because I come to work and I do my job just like everyone else and I get rewarded as such.
And you're a nerd.
That works too. But when I see articles like this about hitting the gay glass ceiling, I often wonder, why is that? I'm more of the person of if something bad is happening to you, then you need to look in the mirror and reflect on yourself. What are you doing because of that situation? Because I'm me. I'm me here with you guys. I'm the same with my family, with my friends, when I'm at work. So I've never experienced that prejudiceness, and I've done quite well for myself in corporate
couple
America.
of quick questions to add to conversation, then you jump in.
Thank you.
Do you present more masculine or feminine? Just choose one. Which one?
But that's a hard question to ask because
it's choose one.
But I can't.
Okay.
Because
why?
it depends on how you define masculinity or femininity. I mean, I sit in my office and cross my legs. You know, does that mean it's more feminine? But the straight guys in my office cross their legs
in the
too.
heterosexual business environment, would you be identified as more masculine or feminine?
That's I don't know. I don't know, because I've had coworkers that didn't know that I was gay.
Okay, well, so then therefore, that's probably identification that is more masculine, and you haven't experienced that.
He passes. He passes.
Okay.
I'm sorry. If he doesn't, look at him. I mean, you passed it.
You're adorable.
You're beautiful, but you pass.
Here's the point that I want to make to you. If you were much more effeminate, you would not have the situations that you have. I'm challenging that idea of your observation. You would face much more discrimination than you face. When you say, I haven't had this experience, the study is suggesting that you haven't because you're more masculine presenting.
I guess that's the situation, but I mean, I also don't walk around the office and be like, "Hey, sis, you know, like, how's your day?" Like, or "Hey, girl, you know, or what?" How?
But there are gays that do
and
that.
that's them. It's not them playing the role. It's just them.
That's who they are, you know. But
that's who they are. This study is suggesting that if they are that, they hit a glass ceiling that they can only go so far in the business environment.
I think it's on them. I don't think it's on the business. I don't think it's on their boss.
You work in the
I think it's a
business world.
reflection.
I'm
of them.
literally.
I wanna hear what Auntie
Go ahead,
said.
Cameron. I know you were going to say.
Oh, Cameron, I'm sorry, Papa.
It's okay. Nobody really knows that I worked in the office business for quite some time. But
I mean, by your attire, I mean, it's hard to believe.
And that's what I wanted to leave primarily.
Casual Fridays.
Casual Fridays, always and forever. But coming from a business world where I was running departments, doing the tasks that needed to be done between 3 different individualized groups, I was the liaison of all groups. And I was gay, where I was like, girl, what you need? Hey, sis. Honey, no. Or, I'm sorry, Barbara, but the fiscal projections just don't match up. I was that, effeminate gay. And I hit that glass ceiling really quick. I was denied promotions, denied raises because of a more masculine presenting man. I was denied a position in an HR role when somebody new who I trained came on, and 3 months later they said, we're going to move him up. And then I'm like, why?
And he was straight.
But I think that's based on perception and not fact. I think that's an insecurity that people have, that they're being passed over for promotion.
Let me pull up my kids. Do I look insecure?
Hold on. Here's the thing. One time it's an insecurity. Multiple times it's an issue.
Fact.
Because the thing is that if you are, because I'm a business coach, right? In my day life, right? I'm a business coach. I work in like a very conservative industry. I'm not going to get into it. But the thing is what Cameron's saying is actually very true. If you are a person who is leaned on repeatedly, if you're given responsibilities, if you're given things, but you're not given that title.
Yes, ma'am.
What is the reason why?
Then you need to speak up.
I agree with that.
Yeah, you need to have that.
Math tables and everything you're saying. So again, yes, sexual, love it all. So as a former educator, the effeminate folks rose too because they were women leaders. And so the effeminate folks kind of meshed more with the effeminate. Right. So as a gay person who didn't always agree with the effeminate person, often I lost jobs, I lost opportunities because you could not come into my office and say, hey girl, stop, pause right there. So my name is Mr. Da-da-da-da-da, address me as such. We're not talking about Beyonce, we're not talking about all this. This is what we are. However, that effeminate individual could have those conversations with those individuals.
Yes.
And Florida is a no-fault state. Yeah. And so the moment that you and I do not gel, so all my experiences have always been with those effeminate folks is if I don't give in to where you want to go to meet your adjacent, the folks who you look up to and who is in your circle, I get tossed out. So on my flip to the table is the effeminate can rise to that glass ceiling based on the coattails of the women that they
and based on the industry too. And that's the thing, because the thing is, we're talking about we're talking about business, right? And in the world of business, I don't care what anybody says, gender still matters.
Yeah,
right?
women are behind. Come
women
on, women are behind. Hello, where do you think the gay boy is?
In clarity, surveys show that in executive decision making, from the CEO boardroom to top end management, even into middle management, Women only represent 22%.
Thank you.
Yep.
Right? And that's the thing, right? We call it like what I talk to my clients about, right? It's called culture fit, right? They've disguised all of the misogyny, all of the homophobia. It's now disguised under the wall of culture fit, right? You are not culturally the fit for what we think of as a leader.
Correct.
You're not what we think of. So unfortunately, I mean, I hate saying this, it's very legal because it is legal.
Completely.
But that's the thing that we use. And the fact is that if you are not presenting in the proper way, if you are not conveying what they think of as the image of that company, you are not going to be put there.
To that point, I want to ask broadly, do you think that this study is a reflection that it is why so many, we reported the impacts of COVID during pandemic. And one of the things that we pointed out in pandemic, that the reason it was hitting the LGBTQ community so hard is because of the disruption of business, and that such a lion's share of LGBT were represented in tourism.
Yes. They
were represented in hospitality, in bars, in restaurants, and other related fields. Does this, therefore, this study represent that we are gravitating to those because we have the least negative response to us?
The least pushback, yes.
The least
of course, retail, that's where we're all at.
So I will give you that. And again, I want to kind of just fall back on again. It also leads into our presentation, because the white effeminate gay is more successful than a black effeminate gay. Let's be very clear. And so the adjacent to the white woman versus the Latina and black woman, again, that hierarchy. And so although the business of education, if you lean into that, you can go. And so I think that's why a lot of our folks during that COVID time, especially minority folks, went to where our niche was, because that's where we were safe. That's where we knew we could feed our families.
Yep.
Very interesting. We can't get into, if the study is true, the study indicates that it is true. We can't get into what the ramifications in this conversation, but it's something that we have to continue to talk about, because if the study results are true, then we have to have conversation to LGBTQ community. I hear how Kal, loud and clear, say, wait, you're making choices in terms of how you're presenting.
And I'm not saying that it wasn't easy, because I feel like I have to work 20 times harder than everyone else to earn a seat at the same table that comes as easy as to everyone else.
Absolutely. And to that, in our exploration, and I'll make a note in terms of we want to continue this conversation, but one of the obvious answers to your perception versus other perception in LGBT is your success is because you've worked so hard to do it.
Yes.
And others don't work as hard.
Right.
And as a result, they face the discrimination.
I mean, if you're going to come in late every day with a Frappuccino, you're not going to get promoted.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later.
Okay, well, that's our hot topic of the week. Quite interesting of the study results. Are you an effeminate gay? And if you are, the study suggests you're hitting a gay glass ceiling. All right. Next up is our game, Shag, Marry, Chop. It is sponsored by Andrew Christian. Our game is a police. Everyone here is applauding that we've gotten to Shag.
This is like a golf game, like
Andrew Christian. Of course, you're going to talk about that, and everybody. Our game is a playful conversation about sex, and Andrew Christian is a literal representation of brand that is playfulness and the world's most recognized sexy fashion brand for men. Iconic names like Trophy Boy, swimsuits, underwear are just the start of Andrew Christian. Founded by and dedicated to the LGBTQ plus community, Andrew Christian has become a status symbol for straight men wanting to adopt the style that Andrew Christian represents. I have children at the table.
Yes, you do.
The brand support of our community is unparalleled. Pride events, major parties, and charitable fundraisers, and many of the issues that have become critical to the gay community are supported by Andrew Christian. We congratulate Andrew Christian, by the way, for making last year's prestigious Out 100 list. His brand presence in pop culture, entertainment, video, and so much more is why Andrew Christian is our sponsor of Shag, Marry, Chop. Well, this time our theme is It's Black History Month.
Yeah.
Black history is made at the Grammys. Here are our choices this week. Beyonce becomes the most awarded artist of all time. Dr. Dre wins the Impact Award, and it gets named after him. And Viola Davis. She becomes only the third Black woman to achieve the prestigious EGOT, Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. We're playing Shag, Marry, Chop. And Cameron, let's start with you.
Start with the white boy. All right, so this is a hard one.
White-ish.
White-ish.
White light.
Start with the white Middle Eastern. Anyways, this is a hard one because I love all of them and I wish they all be friends. So in the context, I'm going to believe we're all friends.
Friend zone.
I'm friend zoned here.
There you go.
So for shagging, I know Viola got a banging body.
Big dick.
So I'm going to shag her. Marry, I'm going to marry Dr. Dre. Beats by Dre for life? Are you kidding me? My ears would never be so perfect.
I'm curious, just a quick observation. Dr. Dre watches Shag, Marry, Chop, and you select marrying him. What do you think Dr. Dre's reaction would be?
Is this my camera? Hi. I'm single. I'm ready.
He's like, I'm not.
Okay.
That's fine. I'm Polly. Wizard Polly Week. Come on.
And you're...
I'm going to chop Beyonce. Only because in the context of knowing we'd be great friends, we'd be able to share and collab music ideas for years on end.
Cameron, you know in this group, she's the billionaire.
Money don't always matter, Al.
Wow. Ow, oh my God. What?
Shots
fired.
No, I heard the gasp from Cal.
Don't you want to marry?
That was Al's pickup line. I know RuPaul. I was Ellen. I got
a black card. Some people marry for love.
I don't know about y'all audience, but I
own
hear
an
a
island.
word that's being said right now. Cal, let's go to you. Shag, Marry, Chop. Who's
All right,
shagging?
so I'm gonna shag Beyonce.
Ooh,
Yeah, I'm gonna shag Beyonce because that booty is bootylicious. So definitely, I'm gonna marry Dr. Dre because of the whole Beats thing. I mean, I'm not gonna pass up that opportunity. The largest transaction in Apple history. I mean, you kidding me? And unfortunately, I'm gonna have to chop Viola Davis because I honestly can't get that image out of my head from when she was in How to Get Away with Murder, and every night she used to take off that wig. I can't go to sleep.
You just
No. Every night when she took off that wig, I was like, oh, child.
What's wrong with underneath the wig?
Oh, my. Hold on. Get there. Breathe.
So unfortunately, I have to chop Viola.
All right.
Throw my cup.
You clearly didn't go out with a black mama who used to roll her hair with the whole little her hair, baby.
I was already asleep. That's why.
I'm about to throw some right now.
Exactly. Here, take one of my shots.
I cannot breathe.
And FayWhat? Who are you shagging?
FayWhat? So I am gonna shag Viola, and I'm gonna have her strap it on and do me. That is how I'm envisioning it, and we're gonna talk about the EGOT and everything.
That comes from a lesbian
I have never said that.
I was gonna say I've never heard you say that.
I've never said that in a shag, marry, chop. But with her, I would let her. I would just let her.
Teresa, I'm gonna share this.
I'm giving you my black card. Yeah, Black American Express card. Yeah, black folks got them too.
You want to go down to Betty's? We're going to go down to Betty's.
Yes. How did that happen?
We're going to get some soul food tonight. Yes.
I'll let you film.
Yes, baby. Oh.
I'm going to send this. Wait, I'm sure Shag, Chop is going to Teresa tomorrow.
I'm going to text her right now.
I am sweating, Faye. Don't do that to me. I'm sweating.
Tell me that won't be sexy as hell. Think about it.
In your dungeon?
Oh, in Elimination Chamber, please.
Yes.
And scene. Okay, I'm sorry.
Wait.
Pay-per-view.
Oh my God.
Okay.
It's called OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
And you're married?
I'm going to marry Dr. Dre, very similar to what Cameron says. He's an entrepreneur. I mean, he's just got it going on, and I've been kind of, I've loved him forever, so I just think that our marriage would make a lot of sense. So yes, I'm chopping Beyonce because everybody wants her, you know? And I'm good. I'd rather Jay-Z than her, to be completely honest, you know? And
so did we just hear FayWhat say, no, I don't want to compete with Beyonce? Is that what we heard?
No, I didn't hear all
She knows
that.
her place.
Did we see a hand gesture?
I didn't hear all
I'm
that.
not doing that.
No.
Words in her mouth.
Okay, all right. I think I heard that, but we'll just move on. And Auntie Maim, who are you shagging?
I'm gonna shag Dr. Dre. I don't know what's wrong with the rest of y'all. Have y'all seen Dr. Dre have his shirt off? Like he can beat the doors off this
That's why
bar.
we're marrying him.
Right? I don't need to marry that. I need like a one night lover. That's all I need right there, right? Give me them beats and then beat it up, right? That's what I need. And
you're married.
Right? That's it, right? Right? I'm gonna marry Beyonce because she's from Houston.
I'm just curious. What do you think Dre would think of your wig?
Oh, I don't know, honey. This thing, this
that your
little kitten
train
wig,
wig?
this little tiny wig, this little kitty cat wig. Right? I don't know.
He might ask to try it on.
He ain't gonna ask her. I'm gonna marry Beyonce because she's from Houston, so I know she can cook. Right? And like we can share duties. Like she can make me some Creole shit, and I can make her some like fried chicken and some southern shit from North Carolina, like from barbecue pork.
Girl, that's one of those Uber
right?
Eats.
Right? That's it.
There's always Uber Eats.
Viola Davis is gonna be in my friend zone because she is a real one.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
she is
We changed
my
the friend zone. Chopping her.
I don't say chop, I say friend zone. She's gonna be my friend zone.
That's
person.
not your game. It's
I don't give a fuck what this is. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say.
It's my
I'm gonna say what I said. I'm a friend zone Viola
All right.
Davis because she's a real one. She's gonna tell me what's right all the time.
Oh, so it's okay for Auntie Maim to chop Viola?
Pause.
I said friend zone. You didn't even say
So elimination, your shag is.
So my shag is Dr. Dre.
Okay.
Only because y'all hear me at this table all day. I want to wrestle. I want to make everything sweaty. I want to do some things.
Who
I want to
would
like
win?
toss them around.
Dre or you?
Who would win again?
Yeah, you're gonna
Who would
wrestle.
win?
Who's gonna win?
They're gonna
I'm gonna win.
They're gonna sword fight.
I'm
That's
taking
what they're
on
gonna do.
bets it's my dream. Pause. It's my dream. It's my life.
Do you think
It's my
that
reality.
do you think that Dr. Dre is as in doubt as you are?
So you know what? And my thought it would be, and I'm gonna say why. So growing up, Eazy-E and NWA was my very first concert.
That's right.
And so I've been following them, loving them all this time. And so I love the authenticity of just being who I am and fuck the rest. And so that part is why I would shag him.
Okay.
Wait, I heard a question though that I didn't hear an answer.
Yeah, right?
Oh my!
I'm still waiting.
On the table. On the table.
It's always.
I'm
I'm gonna put it in Cal's ear right from here. I'm gonna put it in Cal's ear right from here. What is next?
You can't hear those.
All right.
He doesn't need to hear.
Yes, please.
And
Happy Black History Month, everybody.
and there we are, starting from here. And yes, Nation has given his worth to Black History Month, and I thank you. And,
I'm not sure, but I think. Wait, I think I heard Andrew Christian just pass out in this.
Because he needs some more color up in there.
I am going to marry
You're married.
Viola Davis.
Yeah.
I am going to marry Viola Davis because the depth, the knowledge. I feel like she can teach me so much of just being deep in growth.
Yeah.
And so if you learn her story, very much similar from very many different spectrums. I never knew I was attractive. I was a short guy with curly hair. I got picked on because I was short with curly hair. She got picked on because she was dark and people thought she was ugly. I felt ugly. I didn't love my body until I got way older into life. And so I think she can teach me about self-love and my growth in 2023.
That's nice. And your chop is.
I think you can teach each other.
That's very sweet.
And I told y'all it's polyamorous week.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so therefore, the Beyonce's out too. I just to be very
Beyonce
honest,
hasn't done very well tonight.
and so I'm not a Beehive member. However, I'm a Beehive adjacent.
I'm a Beehive adjacent.
Hashtag that shit.
I would put my toe in the Beehive.
Wait a minute.
And I have my toe in the
You gotta
Beehive.
get some honey on that.
And so, and to be very clear, Beyonce has a unmixed club version, the black market of Redbone. And if you're not in the club, so Beyonce, Faye, what'd you say? Where's my camera? Oh,
Jonathan?
Jonathan's not here, but obviously he's
all
on
of
the
all right. So I got a whole Redbone thing going on. I got you. So yeah, so those are my choices. I got a tattoo to prove it, baby. I got
All right, I'm a little sad for Beyonce that she got cut so much here tonight. The one thing before we move out of Shag Marry Chop, amazing Grammys. It was just an amazing,
so
event.
good.
The one
So
thing
good,
I
yeah.
want to say,
Hip hop.
Segment.
That segment was amazing.
Amazing.
Yep.
It was
Yeah.
amazing. The 50th anniversary of hip hop.
Yes, please.
But the one thing that I want to echo the same observation that I made in Queer News tonight about Beyonce. Beyonce, if there's going to be 20 sound bites of embracement of LGBT in the 21st century,
That's right.
she delivered it Monday night.
Yes, she did.
And what she said was everybody in the room knew she had won the record. How appropriate it was on electronic dance.
That's right.
For her to win the record.
First
and
black
ultimately
woman.
32, exactly. And the whole room recognizing and respecting her on the saying, well, we're getting ready to watch history, and everybody in the room knew. Beyonce's won this award. She looks shocked and emotional over the moment, which she should have been. But she comes to the stage, and I just point out to LGBT, to our table, and to LGBT Voice that is watching us. You watch something that is one of the 20 sound bites of the 21st century of LGBT. She did not thank anybody but her family. She, and top of the list, Uncle Johnny, Uncle Gay Johnny, who's not really her uncle, and what she went through of how he really, in many ways, saved her, and what he did for her, and she thanks family, family, family. Nothing a music industry, no singers, not people that she's performed with, not a production house, nothing. She only thanks family, and then she finishes in thanking in this moment to say, and I want to thank the queer community for all of the support they've had for me, and they invented this category.
That's right.
It is a soundbite that is going to live in the 21st century for LGBT. Beyonce, you could not have respected our community any higher than that. I'm just saying. It's awesome what you did for us. All right. With so much shagging, marrying, and shopping, let me remind you of what we love about Andrew Christian.
Unleashed are my design concepts and aesthetics set completely free. Unleashed is young, attainable, conceptualized high fashion that I've always wanted to create without any constraints. Unleashed is fluid. Art. Universal. Attitude. Irreverent. Living without limits. What we all desire. What we truly crave. Unleashed can be you. Unleash yourself.
Well, thank you, Andrew Christian. It's time now to say goodnight. So let's hear from our host for one final time. A good night from Cameron.
Good night, everyone. Don't forget, with Super Bowl weekend coming, please see me at Tap That Ash Bar in Wilton Manor Shop.
Sorry, Tap That what?
Ash.
Ash.
I have a lisp, honey. She's femme. Femme top energy.
Okay, all right.
He said femme top energy. Did we all not get
You can gag later.
I love you. Love you.
Cal, good night from you.
Good night, everyone. It's so much fun being with everyone tonight. I know it's February. We're heading into Valentine's Day, and I know a lot of people who are single, like myself, but it doesn't mean that you can't enjoy the day and enjoy just love. And love is love, and I love all of you.
Yeah, that's very nice. And Elimination, a good night for me.
My Kiki human, my Kiki siblings, it's Black History Month. I told y'all last week I would give you a history fact. Marianne Cook, 125 patents. Voice over Internet Protocol, thank her for all the Zooms and the voice over Internet meetings that you all got through COVID. A Black woman did that for you.
Nice. Oh, amen. Nice. And Auntie Maim, a good night from you.
Good night, everybody. You know, I love you so very much. If you want to have some fun in 2 weeks, come to the Black Market where it's emo prom. So we are going to have ourselves a good time.
Oh my gosh.
I am the host
Can we
for...
make sure you text me?
I will. I'm going to text all of you. I am the host for the burlesque and drag stage. So if you're down in Fort Lauderdale and you want to have a good time for the post-Valentine's blues or joy, whatever you want to do, come on out. We'll have fun.
That sounds fun. And a good night from FayWhat.
What? So happy to be around this table with you folks. I love every one of you. I don't miss Trinidaddy at all. I'm so glad he's replaced by Cameron Glass. I'm so happy.
No, Jonathan. Remember I said
Jonathan. So,
I'm the muscle bear.
Good luck.
Wow. So don't forget to make sure that you're always watching all the stuff happening on Happening Out Television Network. We've got It's Happening Out. We've got the FayWhat Show Monday mornings. Also Queer News Tonight that I'm on with my favorite white man, Al Ferguson, on Monday and Wednesdays. This weekend is part of the Americas, all right? So much going on here in Wilton. If you're not near here, get here. Friday is Thunderpuss. They haven't performed together in 20 years, all right? Myself and Al are going to be there at the Alibi stage hanging out as well. Saturday is the Pride Parade. Myself and Kitty Meow are going to be hosting the Pride Parade. That's going to be a lot of fun. Sunday, there's a pool party at Rock Bar. There's a bunch of stuff going on. Look it up online. We love our prides. All get together and support our community this weekend.
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely. All right. Well, that's it. Another week with It's Happening Out. You sat right here at the LGBTQ plus kitchen table as we kiki on the things that we think are important to our community. We invite you to follow our 501c3 nonprofit experiment. Is our LGBTQ plus community important to you? Well, we believe our mission means we deeply believe it is. Pick up Hotspots magazine. It's on newsstands right now all over South Florida. And Queer News Tonight is covering the LGBTQ plus news of South Florida, America, and our world, and is daily and live at 8 p.m. on Roku, Apple Television, and many other television platforms. And our flagship is with you right now, here tonight, and every Wednesday at 9 p.m. because we always remind you, if it's important to you, it's happening out. Until next time, good night.
Good night.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ